Obnoxious customers and house cleaning. Oh, one of my favorite topics. All right, hi there, I'm Angela Brown and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question and I get to help you find an answer. Now today's show is brought to us by housecleaning360.com, which is a 360 view of the perfect home. It's a network where you can log on and you can list your business so that the homeowners that hire house cleaners or professional organizers or carpet cleaners or window washers, they can find you and your business. So it connects homeowners with the people that service the home. Housecleaning360.com. All right, on to today's show, which is from a house cleaner who wants to talk about obnoxious customers. Here's what she has to say.
I had a question. How do you deal with obnoxious clients that insist on using appliances or using something in the room that you're currently cleaning? I have gone to 2 houses to clean up where I was cleaning in the bathroom and the client came and did number 2 in the bathroom and then left out and expected me to go ahead and continue cleaning, or all of a sudden there's something that they've just got to find in the room that I'm cleaning and they're opening drawers, just rambling through and then just leaving a mess.
Alrighty, so the key word there was obnoxious customers. And I want to suggest to you, these are not obnoxious customers. These are called, wait for it, people. I know, right? They're homeowners. They live in these houses. Sometimes they have to go through their drawers and sometimes they have to do number 2. So that's just what homeowners do. In fact, it's what house cleaners do too. So we're all people. We all have similar habits. And when you show up for work in a perfect world, you would show up and the customer would be gone and they would give you your space so that you can do your systematic approach to cleaning their house. But the reality is there is no job on the planet, not house cleaning, not carpet cleaning. There's no job on the planet that's a perfect case scenario. And as a house cleaner, when you show up to a customer's house, what you're saying is, I'm showing up to make your environment better. You're not showing up because you expect a perfect environment when you arrive, right? So as a house cleaner, we get to expect, this is part of our job, it's part of our expectations. When we show up to a customer's house, stuff will be strewn about. There will be dirt, there will be stains, there will be spots, there will be mold, there will be grime. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. It's crazy, but guess what? That's what employs us. So if a customer has a messy house, that's what keeps us employed. And so it would be ludicrous to think that you're going to show up and the customers are obnoxious because they are just living their lives. Does that make sense? Now, as a reality, if a customer comes in the bathroom that you're cleaning and they decide that's a good time for them to poop, it's probably not like they were waiting and holding off and I think I'm going to wait till the house cleaner gets in there and then I'm going to go stink up the bathroom. That's not what happens. Somebody holds it as long as they can. They're like, I just can't hold it any longer. And for whatever reason, that's the bathroom they're most comfortable in. Maybe it stinks up less of the house. I don't know. And so then they go in and they do their business. They do what they've got to do and then they get out. Yes, your job is still that you have to clean the bathroom and you have to do all that stuff in spite of the fact that somebody went in the bathroom and they pooped while you were there. So, I hate it for you, but the reality is this is not an obnoxious customer. If you want to see an obnoxious customer, oh boy, do I have some stories for you. So the reality is this is a normal person that for whatever reason got in your way while you're cleaning. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, too bad. And I want you to ask yourself this question. If this is the worst thing that happens, are we still doing okay? Because there are worse things that can happen while you're cleaning a house. And so if the worst thing is somebody comes in and they rummage through some drawers or they poop while you're there, golly, let's be grateful that they pooped inside the bathroom where it belongs, right? It could have been on the living room floor, but it's not. It's in the bathroom where it belongs. Yay! That's like a home run, right? Okay, so things could be so much worse. So the next time you think, oh, I have an obnoxious customer, stop. Be grateful that you have a job because the messiness in people's homes is what keeps us employed. And then the second thing that I want you to ask yourself is, if this is the worst thing that happens, am I still doing okay? Because the answer is 10 times out of 10, you're still doing okay. Alrighty, that's my 2 cents for today. Sorry for the swift kick, but that's kind of the way it is. Alrighty, get back to work, have some fun today, and until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.